had a troll. They chopped off knees and elbows, but it kept on growing.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Yes. Welcome back to the channel Rob Tui. We're streaming live again here in 2022. We are back to the Friday night game. We are continuing with the Unknown Whom characters. We'll do intros in a second, but we're starting Unknown Whom, and the Dungeon Master is Fury Fate, and I'm going to let her take over. Take it away, ma'am.
I already hate this. I already hate the fact that I am responsible for the intro of the show. Okay, so hi everybody. I'm Fury Fate. You can follow me on Twitter at Fury Fate, and I will be directing, guiding, / possibly murdering these three individuals below me. We are playing Unknown Whom 2, Mark of the Eye, which is a sequel to Unknown Whom, which Rob wrote back in who knows how long. So right now, as I remembered, that they were victorious in murdering their companion who possibly betrayed them. But then some white light flash. They hear a disembodied voice saying, "I will be watching." And they woke up with a searing pain because they had all just been branded with the mark. And right now, let's ask Galrin, who is McClancy, to explain who he is and where his mark is.
This is Mark, or McClancy 10,006, playing Galrin, who is a bard. And how I'm playing a bard, I couldn't even tell you. Apparently, I picked up the wrong thing at the wrong time, and I turned into a bard. That's how it goes.
Havoc.
Hi. So this is Havoc.
Do you remember what you're doing, where you are, why you're here?
Yes, I think I'm playing a druid. Yes, I'm playing a druid named Havoc, and I have no idea where my mark is.
Okay,
I'll stay on my arm.
That works. And Water, who was previously my character that Rob has now commandeered, and that's the one who was kind of broken / he cheated out her dog, so she died last time. So
Oh no, yeah. So I'm playing Water, Fury Fate's former character when I DM'd, and now we switched. So I took over her character. She is a water genocide, and she's an artificer, which I don't know how to play very well. So we'll see how well I do. And my mark is here on my left arm, but it's a green eye though, not that one. Yeah, I'm excited to be a player in Fury Fate's first time ever DMing Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's just be clear. I have DM'd before in a in-person session with a piece of paper and a folder in front of me. However, doing it on Fantasy Grounds is completely new, and there's a lot of buttons and things for me to press, not share, break the system, burn and crash. So it'll be fun. Let's go.
Let's go. I'm on DM. Thank you for the resub. And McClancy, thank you for the resub and the bits. Cheer bits.
Sorry, I'm just getting to where all this spoiler stuff is happening, not happening. Oh, there's a little part that says tormenting the players. Yes, I'm all about that.
Oh, and by the way, everybody,
I did not sign up for this abuse.
Furied is one of the authors of Unknown Whom 2, along with myself, and another one was Leroon, founder of Fantasy Grounds Academy, and then another guy who's a Canadian restaurant guy. I forgot that guy's name. He's in the credits. I think there was 4 of us, right?
Yes.
And we wrote it by committee, and it was a fucking shit show nightmare to do that.
But we had fun.
And by the way, I don't remember anything, so this will all be brand new to me because I don't. This was written in, I think, 2018.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing at all.
Hey, we haven't crashed the tech yet. We're off to a great start.
Right? Gosh.
The table
Tried
is still
reading.
open. His table still works.
Okay, so let's see. Victory is skip below, blah, blah, blah. You all woke up with tattoos on various parts of your body of a giant eye. It's a green eye, I should clarify. That's important, apparently, because, eye color, it means something. Who knows? Oh my gosh, there is like no script dialogue whatsoever.
It was reported to me that my voice was very.
That's my fault because, I didn't write it.
Was very loud. How about now?
Okay, here we go.
Does my voice level?
It took me a while to find it, but there is actually script dialogue. Okay, so you find yourself standing in a valley of hills and knolls. Warm, clear skies and a light, cool breeze mark this day as a pleasant one. The sounds of nature surround you as you get your bearings. Behind you rises a rocky mountain. A crevasse opening forward between hills is not too far from where you stand now.
Knowles with a K or Knowles with a G?
That is a very important distinction, but it's Knowles with a K.
Okay, phew.
Oh, my voice was lower. I thought it said higher. Oh, shit.
Okay, so I also put the little text in the chat screen so y'all can read it if I've made any mistakes.
Okay, I turned my voice up. Hopefully that's better.
So should we proceed towards the crevasse?
Yeah, I always like a good crevasse.
Oh, let me see if I can share the map with you guys too. Wait, should I share the map now or later? I feel like I should probably do it later when y'all have traveled some more.
Are we on the map? Are we on the? Is it
We're in the gray zone.
Like an overland map that doesn't have secret shit on it?
No, I think there's secret shit on it. So I'll save the map for later.
You could share it.
I'm not sharing jack shit with you guys.
You could block it out and just show our little section with the gray thing,
Nah.
All right. I'm trying to see what can I show on the stream. Since there's no map, I'll move over the, I'll move my stuff over here so people can see stuff.
Okay, so are y'all going towards the fun crevasse?
Yeah. Party crevasse.
Okay. Leading from the mouth of the crevasse are the beginnings of an overgrown trail marked haphazardly by misplaced cobblestones. The path winds its way between the knolls, with a K, in the direction of a distant tree line, stretching in all directions as far as the eye can see.
I am going to bardically inspire havoc because why not?
Okay.
Thanks.
Yes,
what do you want me to do?
Just
Don't
be
die.
inspired.
I would say we should go to the paths, or the path. The trail. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's see. You guys are making your way down the trail. What is the marching order, please?
I guess I'm in front.
Okay, Havoc in front.
Then Gowron.
Okay.
I guess I'll go in the back.
And Chad? Is he going to be in front of you? Beside you?
Chad's with me.
Who is Chad?
Chad is your dog.
Robo-dog.
Robo-dog.
Our metal dog, yes.
Oh, yeah. How come there's no... How come it doesn't...
He's on a combat tracker.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a token.
Oh.
Also, maybe I don't have his stat block. You might have to share that with me. And I shall bookmark it.
Okay.
You should open
okay.
Open it.
I opened the thing. So how do I share it?
Drag the shield onto my character. On the upper left. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Oh, no wonder he doesn't have a token.
That's your fault, sir.
What? No, it's a stat block from like the
Yeah.
1980.
or something. Yeah, what the fuck? Why doesn't it have a? Oh well, whatever. We don't need to worry about it. You can put one in later.
I'll figure it out later.
All right.
He's not necessary right now, but he actually does help you with some things here and there.
So yeah, he's walking in front of me next to Havoc.
Awesome. Now you can't be surprised because he's vigilant.
Sweet.
I'm also reading his other shit.
Well, it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna break out into, and I'm feeling inspired. I'm gonna break out into some Elvish song.
Does anybody know what Havoc is saying?
He's saying
Okay, Aaron does.
He's saying what? He's singing. He's not saying anything.
I mean, he can. Well, I'm sorry. Does anyone recognize what he's singing about? I'm just asking if anybody else, understands Elven.
Well,
Oh, you're
Galrin
singing-
does.
You're singing
Galrin's
in
a
Elven.
bard, so maybe he'll play the lute along with it.
Oh, this is so cute.
Well, we just escaped death, almost killed water, which I'm still not too sure why she's with us again.
Again, you haven't questioned it. So y'all all woke up, the three of you together. No one's questioning anything. Y'all are just going to the crevasse, is what I understand.
That you've got exactly right. We just roll with it.
I don't remember anything. It was like a dream. I took over. I don't know. It was something.
It was last year.
Yeah. And I'll mumble harmoniously in primordial along with the song.
That's not ominous. Okay. So y'all are heading down this path. Roughly, what seems like a few hours have passed until y'all come across a shoreline.
Okay, a shoreline. Yes. What do we see?
It's probably water.
As you take in the view of the sea and a signpost, the sound of nature and the faint breeze immediately cease. A blanket of silence falls over the area. A bright midday has turned to a bleak twilight of a stormy dusk. Then, without warning, a strong wind rushes in from the sea. Waves become angry, and the trees behind you start to violently bend and sway as well past the limits of ordinary wood. Roots start to unearth as the wind picks up. Branches break to violently dance in the air, piercing the ground near you, some exploding into splinters as they hit a random cobblestone.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's bad.
Is there any cover that we can take from this hurricane?
As far as I see, it is just an open shoreline, looking out to the open sea. Let's see. Nobody.
So just like fucking trees start growing out of the fucking holy shit.
What are you in the south of England right now?
Let's see. Before the storm hit, those with basically water and Galrin noticed that along the south there were some ships. Let's see. In the distance, on jagged rocks jutting from the sea, stand a dark-robed figure, with hands raised above his head. As the rain hammers down and the waters show their violent streak, a ship crests the horizon, trying to fight against the turn of events, but ending up lurching and spinning out of control, being directed toward the rocks. Giant tentacles erupt from the water, battering the ship.
Oh shit! It's a kraken.
Somebody released the Kraken.
Release the kraken.
So I'm not one of those magic type peoples, but does it look like this person is summoning this beast?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
But as soon as the tentacles begin their nautical destruction, it is over. The tentacles retract, yet the violent storm steers the ship inland until it's a cacophony of sound. Yeah, that doesn't read right. Until a cacophony sound erupts from the cliff face and the jagged rocks on which the robed figure stood. The strange figure from above is gone.
What? So let's head to the ship then. It crashed on the shore, right? It just slammed into the shore. Is that right?
That seems like it, yeah. The storm quickly recedes, clouds fade, and light once again shines. The evidence of the maelstrom is only wet sand and broken branches. The song of nature returns as if the storm had never been there.
So, do salvage rules apply?
Yeah.
do we get to ransack through shit? Yeah. Well, I would say we would go investigate for sure, yeah?
So, did the ship hit the cliff, or did it hit the beach where we were? I take it hit the cliff because that's where the big sound was, right?
Yes, actually. It hit some rocks away from the shore. They were supposed to go to a certain area, but if you remember, the storm kind of threw them off course, so they were thrown into some jagged rocks.
How far is it walking? I mean, can we go wade out to where the ship is? Or is it like way out there, we have to swim and everything?
Maybe we should go see if anybody survived.
Loot first, survivor second. No, you're right.
Okay.
You're right. I'm gonna eat this whole can of Pringles. Why am I putting the lid on? I'm just teasing myself.
All right, let me see if it says anything about the shipwreck here.
Well, if the dude disappeared and if there's no other people around, we would go, I think, toward the ship, unless there's others around that we see.
Okay, so as you approach you come towards the shipwreck, which is, I guess, on the rocks that are close enough to it, so people are getting washed onto shore, along with the wreckage, cargo, whatever. As y'all get closer, you are approached by a man who claims to be the captain of the ship.
Oh, shit.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
He is a big, burly man. His face weathered by the sun and his beard bleached by his face and beard bleached by the sun and weathered. He's rather large. But you want to challenge him for being captain?
Like
Hell no.
humanly large, or like not a human?
We're here to help.
Human large. He asks if you're offering to help to check along the shoreline to see if any of his other sailors have approached, which you do see a few in the background, kind of gathering up cargo, trying to get things together, checking boxes, trying to find each other, the crew. Or do you want to stay and talk to him some more?
No, I'm gonna go see if I can help pull people out of the water. You guys see if you can find out what the hell happened.
Maybe water should go in the water.
That's a better idea. I'll stay here and talk to the guy.
I'll go in the water. What can I do? Can I swim?
And water breathe.
Oh, I don't see any of those noted on my character sheet.
Well, I could turn into a fish, so there.
Let me see. I'm a water genocide. Okay, right. So I can amphibious. I can breathe in air, water. You know what I meant. I said it wrong. And I can swim 30 feet. Okay. So yes, I'll go in the water because my swim speed is the same as my move speed, so I might as well.
You might want to leave Chad on shore because he's made out of metal and salt water and metal.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Friends. Yeah, okay, cool. So Havoc and Galvin, you're going to stay and talk to the captain?
Yeah, so Mr. Captain, seems like you were attacked. You saw somebody summoning a creature at you. What was going on? Did you see that?
he's actually a little bit bewildered. He didn't realize that this island was even here on the map until he started setting sail towards it. He had come from a far-off land on a mission to make contact with those who live on the island. It's been unknown to them previously, so he came as a diplomat, or with the diplomats, to kind of, I guess, create trade routes. He wasn't sure. He's not a diplomat. He doesn't really care. However, he hasn't been able to find any of the diplomats on shore. Let's see. They were traveling to a city known as Evansville with their goods.
Is that a name that's familiar to us, Evansville?
It shouldn't be.
Okay, good. It's not.
I've never heard of it. I know an Everfall. Eben Scale.
But never an Evansville.
Never heard of that one.
I mean, I had a friend who tripped. His name was Evan. He fell, but I've never heard of a town called that. What land was Evan fell on?
Isn't it on this one?
Well, he mentioned again that, this was an uncharted island previously off the shore of, let's see.
Somewhereville?
Right. Okay, so it's to the west of the Moon Seas.
Hey, I know the Moon Seas. Wait, should I know the Moon Seas?
You could, yes.
Okay.
He also mentioned that Evansville, it's just a little bit of, let's see, east of where they crashed.
Mark, your push to talk activation has that annoying beep on it. Can you shut that off?
Nice.
I'll go fix it.
So water, while you're in the water, the sea, the bay, so to speak, you do find a few floating dead bodies.
Ew.
I mean, you're assuming they're dead because they're underwater and they're human, and from what you know, humans can't breathe underwater like you can.
Right. It seems right.
What would you like to do now?
I'd like to go swim in the ship and see if I find anything in the ship.
There's not much left of the ship. It was almost like some kid threw it on the ground, stomped on it, and then kicked it to the curb. So you find like pieces of wood, maybe a door frame, an actual door, where there might be some woman clinging onto it, pushing off her dead lover.
Jack!
Any signs of cargo?
As far as the cargo, it seems there's a few things, mostly merchant goods, fabric. There's some grain, which is now ruined. There is, the grain's not ruined. It needs to be re-dried and everything, But it just seems like, just trading goods. Nothing that seemed too valuable, but that could have some value in trading.
Are there still people swimming in the water who are trying to get back to shore?
As far as getting back to shore, no. There are a few of the crew, from the captain's crew, who are, basically pulling what they can, what is salvageable, as far as trade goods back on shore, and they're kind of checking it and also guarding it a little bit. I mean, they kind of just lost their ship, and the only collateral that they have for payment is the goods.
Right.
But there is another section of crew that did pull a handful of bodies out. They're not getting up.
So, from where we are now, how far to where we saw the figure who conceivably cast the spell?
Well, you had gone down to the shore, and the figure was up on the cliffside. Um, you're not exactly sure how to get up there, but it is a rather steep cliffside. I would say at least a good maybe 100 feet above you.
Okay.
All right, if I don't find any more interesting things, I will swim, come back to the party.
Okay, you rejoin. You see Galrin and Havoc still with the captain, kind of, talking about things. And I guess the captain kind of vaguely pointed towards where the port was supposed to be, where they were headed.
Right.
Now, is it they just didn't reach it, or there's no actual port there?
There is a port, but they did not reach it. That crazy wind and those whatever that was from underwater came and threw them off course.
Got it. Okay. So they were trying to get to the port that existed, but then they got interrupted and crashed on the rocks and sunk.
Exactly. You're very smart.
I want to know what kind of cargo they're like shipping.
Well, they were just some trade goods, and along with the diplomats, it was also kind of a we can help you with grains and cloth, and I think there were books. I'm not much of a reader. There was some sheets of paper. That's it, really.
And the diplomats were on the boat. They weren't.
Well, yeah. How are people going to diplomat without diplomatic?
How are people going to diplomat?
And none of them survived.
Well, there's two of them on the shore, the ones with the fancier clothes. There was a third, but we haven't found them yet.
Okay, so they have 2 out of 3 diplomats, and the other one's missing, presumed drowned.
Presumed, yes.
Did you see anybody fancy dressed in the water?
No, I only saw dead people.
Right, were any of them fancily dressed dead people?
Oh, well, Fury, were they fancily dressed? Yes, they were fancily dressed. They looked like they might have been nobles or high-ranking officials of some kind.
They should bring the bodies back to the shore.
Yes, and check their pockets before you bring them back.
All right, what, you want me to swim out and start dragging bodies back to the shore? Is that what you guys want me to do? Oh, I'll do it.
We'll help the travelers out.
All right, I'll go. How many were there, Fury? How many bodies did I see?
You saw maybe about 4, but by the time you came back, some sailors already brought 2, and then the captain said, "Oh, there's the third one."
Okay, so I'll go out and bring all the bodies that I can see back and throw them up on the beach. No, I'm just kidding. I will reverently place them on the
next
sand.
to the other dead. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So you'll probably spend like the next maybe, since you're a good swimmer, maybe 30 minutes to get the last 2 bodies.
Okay.
There was one more, but it probably got pulled in the undertow, as far as the captain can tell, as he goes over and counts his crew and dead.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do now?
I think we need to find a way to the top of the cliff to explore the site where we saw the potential spellcaster.
Is this something you're discussing among yourselves, or in front of the captain, or with the captain?
He seems like a victim, so we have no reason to hide anything from him yet, other than the fact that Water's like looting his dead sailors. We're going to keep him distracted.
Okay, you do that. So he overhears this and about the cliff. He's like, "Oh, right, the cliff beyond Ebenfell. Yeah, you can probably get through there, I think. Again, I'm not sure. I just know that between here and that cliff is a small town to the port we're supposed to go to."
I'm having trouble visualizing what's where.
Well, have you really looked around?
No, from your description. So we're at the shore.
Uh-huh. And then there is, as you're looking around, there is more of a forested area. And then even further away from you, about 100 feet up, is a cliff that overlooks the sea.
So it's like it's an outcropping that goes out into the water a little bit?
Exactly.
Okay. It's right there, Gal. It's as clear as day.
I'm not getting it.
Well, it's probably a little bit harder to see since you have to actually go past the trees, that are lining the shore. You can't see through trees. I didn't know that was an ability.
I'm an elf. Maybe I can. No, my question is this. So we're at the shore. You see the ocean.
Yes. Mhm.
So you see, if I look to my left, I see trees, and then behind the trees, I see a cliff.
Yes, because it goes up high.
Okay, so I can't see the shore. I can't see the whole shoreline.
Mhm. Because the trees.
Okay. And so if you were in the water, you could see the trees and then the rise to the top of the cliff?
Right, because as he was saying, he was going to go towards the port, but the person, sorry, I'm trying to think backwards as he's, okay, so he's going in. The port is to...
You said the port was east.
Yeah, the east, and then further up that was the cliff, and then you guys on the beach to the west.
We're like in a moon-shaped, a crescent-shaped bay, or?
Yeah, kind of like that. Very close to that. Well, I mean, not like a severe crescent, but definitely crescent.
A dish, okay. So to our east, in order, would be the town, then the cliffs?
Yes.
And what's to the west? Just forest?
More woods, yes.
All right, I get it now, I think.
I mean, I need a map to show you guys, but there's like, hold on, let me see if I can find one. Or is there a way? Okay, you said I can share the map with you guys?
Yeah.
But also cover up the pins that are on the map?
Right. So what you'd want to do is open the map and then shade the entire map, and then just open the part where you want to show us, and then share it.
Okay. I'm so sorry, but can you walk me through that? How do I do that exactly?
So,
I have the map open.
Yeah, let me...
Right-click.
Let me open another Fantasy Grounds, because I can't do it in my mind's eye. I have to see it, right?
So if you right-click on it, it should open the radio, and in the radio, you'll have the share feature. If you share it, all of us will get a picture of the map.
Right.
But if you're going to blank it out, you have to do that first.
Let me open another Fantasy Grounds period, and then I'll tell you which ones.
I know. I'm a little disappointed that there's not a player's version of this map.
What kind of bullshit module is this?
Well, are the pins...
I mean, who wrote this shit?
No, I
Are
think...
they Fantasy Grounds pins?
Yeah, they're Fantasy Ground pins.
No.
So
if they're red, we don't see them anyway.
Yeah, we won't see... Yeah, we wouldn't see the pins. But do you want to hide...
All right.
Do you want to hide portions of the map, though?
I kind of do, because there are places you have to go.
Yeah, then let me show you. So there...
Yeah, so...
Overland maps usually don't have a player version and a... I mean, sometimes they do, but... Okay, anyway. So let's do this. Let's go to Images... And let's open a thing... And open it. Okay. So... And I am 100% like not good at this, but I can help you figure it out.
Okay. So I unlocked the map. I added a global mask.
Yes. How did you do that? I haven't figured it out yet.
I unlocked and it gave me
mask.
tools to edit the map, and then I saw global mask. I'm like, oh, let me do global mask.
Right.
So let's see, reveal area.
Now you should just be able to take your mouse and draw a square, and it'll unmask that portion.
Okay, cool. I'm going to share this to you guys.
Okay.
Hopefully I did not fuck this up.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay, so you see that sandy area? That is the beach. Where the ship is, that's where it's supposed to landed and then that kind of outcropping where the ship icon is, that's the the crest, the little mountaintop that you saw the caster. So the ship where it should be got pushed to the west into this sandy area. Does that make sense?
Totally.
So it was trying to go where the picture of the ship was?
Yes.
Got it. We're in the sandy area.
To the west, yes.
The cliff is by the D.
No. The cliff is where the ship is currently.
On
The
the other side of the river. Okay, got it.
Yes. Thank you. All right, cool. Explained?
Explained. Would you believe, Fury, that was 3 hours we just did?
Oh my God, thank God. It's over.
Tune in next week.
As I explained one other part of the map, yeah.
All right. So, would our shipwrecked visitors like assistance getting to the town?
They will not say no.
They would not say no. So they would say no.
No, it's a double negative, so they would say yes.
No, but they would not say yes.
No, they would not say no.
That's a triple negative, so that's a no.
Yeah, so they would say yes.
Okay, sorry, they would say yes.
Okay.
So why don't we assist them with their loot, their whatever, and take them to the town. Let's go to the town.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's do it. Bye-bye map.
Bye-bye map. It's distracting me. I don't like it. All right, so the party starts traveling. Y'all are starting to work towards Ebenfell. As you start on the kind of sandy path leading onto actually packed dirt road, you come across a broken down cart full of goods and wares. Next to the cart stands a rather perplexed middle-aged woman with graying, disheveled hair that appears to have been unwashed for several days. Oh my God, that's so my life right now.
I was excited until that.
She has long, arthritic fingers with bulging knuckles.
Gross. Who wrote this?
Not me. Oh God, I hope not me. Ugh, poor woman. As she moves about, she talks to herself as if she is having a two-way conversation. When she notices you, she smirks and winks, then nods in the direction and asks with a distant tone, "Aren't you going to aid a poor old woman, or are you just about the entertainment of the spectacle of Miss Bo?" God, what is up with this? Sorry, it has these weird little symbols. Miss Bond struggles. Okay, so the spectacle of Miss Bond struggles. So you're either going to help her, or are you going to be mean and just watch her struggle?
I mean, the entertainment value was high, but we'll help her.
Yeah, I think so. I think help. Yep.
Okay. Does anybody have any proficiency with wood carving tools or land vehicles?
Hey, I'm a jack of all trades. I'm half proficient in everything.
Are you really?
Proficiency with land vehicles.
Awesome. So roll an intelligence check for me.
Nice.
I didn't say I wanted to help her.
Okay, then don't.
Do it.
All right, fine.
Do you have land vehicles on your actual skills list?
No, I don't, but it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
It says one type vehicles land. It's under
Okay.
tools, but it's not on my sheet because I didn't put it there.
It would be intelligence though, right?
Yeah, intelligence.
All right, I'll roll an intelligence check. I'm going to do nature.
That's not the same.
No, that's not the same.
It's intelligence.
Well, the basic intelligence roll worked, but it would be like intelligence / land vehicles, which you would be proficient in, but
Yeah,
not
I gotta
that.
add it in. So for the sake of speed, I'll roll that and then I'll add it in.
It's the same modifier, proficient with a +3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same modifier. So, all right, so that's a 20.
All right, the party helps fix the wagon.
Yes. And we push
Wheels
her
of the
down
wagon
and drive
go round
away.
and round.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Mark?
And wheels in the wagon go round and round, right?
I don't know if they know that song, but sure. Let's see. The old woman's demeanor suddenly changes as the party completes the task of fixing her cart. And thanking them profusely, she informs them she is the groundskeeper of Morngay's estate, a well-known community figure, which kind of seems a bit absurd considering her, appearance.
Diablo Bob, thank you for the resub.
Well, I'm glad we could help you, and
shall we
move
drive
on
her
to
into
the
town? Xiao Mule. Did the cart have animals pulling it? Or was it she was pushing it?
Well, I was gonna say, is there room on this wagon that we could put maybe like the wounded, maybe the dead, some of the goods, and get everybody to town together?
The old woman turns to her cart as she flips up a loose corner of the cloth canvas covering its contents. Feathers of varying colors scattered into the air as she fumbles around with the cart. You can see that the cart is pretty full of lots of other different things. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm going to say no. There's not room for your stuff.
Some of my stuff, I was trying to, put two people together,
I'm sorry,
get them
yes.
to work together.
There is not room for any additional items.
Try to help someone. See what happens.
so we keep heading towards town.
Okay. So, since you're both going the same way, she actually goes with you, leading the way to Evansville. Not Evans, Evansville.
And Evanfell is the town we saw on the map.
Yes. No, that was the port, which a little bit north of the port is Evansville.
So the little village that we saw was not Evanfell?
No, I'm sorry, I was mistaken. That was not Evansville. That was the port.
Okay, got it.
I'm sorry.
So the boat was trying to get to the port, but it wound up on the cliffs on the other side of the river from the port.
Exactly. Okay, so as y'all make your way towards Evansville. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Let's see.
Everybody dies. Got it.
That's it. It's over.
Okay, so if I hide the results of this roll, I press until where it says. Oh gosh. I just want to make sure this hides the results because I need to roll something.
You can go to the options and go to show GM rolls off. It's on now, so change it to off, and then it will hide your roll.
Where exactly?
So,
how far down?
Options. It's in the second thing, 3 down. Chat, show GM rolls.
Okay, there it is.
Now roll something that's not what you want to roll just to test it. Yeah, we just see a shadow die and no result.
Perfect.
I don't like it. I'm very upset.
Y'all don't want to do that. Okay. I'm going to say that y'all arrived there. The merchant goods are intact from old Hellas. That was her name, by the way, Hellas Bond. And since you did help her, she will give y'all some payments along with the captain because you helped his sailors and his cargo get there. Let's see. Oh, there is a parcel. How helpful. Okay, sorry. So between Hellas and the captain, you each get 100 gold per person.
Wow. Nice.
Right? Super nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so you got your money.
There's your money.
Here's your money. Let's see, what else? Sorry, I'm totally like... Okay. Oh, so that's the end of that.
Remedies
So
is in the chat. What's up, everybody?
Hey, Robin.
She's asking me how to update shit in Fantasy Grounds Classic, and I'm like, that's so 2021. We don't do that anymore. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, she says.
So, Havoc, did you just give yourself 100, or what happened?
I just gave it to myself. Why?
Because you said there was a parcel, and that usually winds up at the party sheet.
Oh, yeah, I didn't figure out how to put that into the party sheet. So give yourself 100 gold, please.
Oh, well, do you want to figure out how to do that? You just...
Not at the moment, no.
Oh, my God. Okay, let me give myself 100.
You could just drag it there.
Remember when I said I wasn't gonna say that's not how you do it? No, I'm just kidding.
That's deteriorating real quickly.
I'm sorry. Like I said, this is my first time.
A lot of things that you've never done before, DMing in Fantasy Grounds, are super easy, and you think it's gonna be hard, but we'll help you. Like that, for example.
Galrin.
He was right. You just drag it in there.
Yeah, Galrin, you gave
first I had to figure out how to
pieces.
Nice.
That's what he earns, electrum pieces.
So now that you know how to do it, just delete it because we already gave each other.
Yeah.
Well, Galrin gave himself 100 EP because he doesn't know
how to. Misaligned.
Now you gave yourself 100 SP. What is happening?
I can't the alignment of what's what is killing me.
Yeah, it's weird because the number comes before the symbol. So.
Are you typing into the fields, or are you using the plus and minuses?
I'm using the pluses and minuses, but then it pops up the screen where you put the thing in.
Yeah.
Right.
What the hell? I mean, what are y'all having issues with? I'm looking at your screen over here.
So when you say y'all, you mean Mark.
Yeah, it's I'm fine.
Well, I see Havoc has the correct money, and I don't see Water with the correct money on the thing.
You got to refresh that. I do have 100 gold, so if you refresh that, it'll show me as having 100 gold. There should be, in the party sheet, there should be a refresh marker there for you.
Oh, I see it. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. You have it correctly.
So,
it still doesn't say Gowron still doesn't have the right
there,
one.
now
okay.
He does. Now he does.
I got it.
There you go. Okay, no, I figured out how to do the parcel thing now. It was just a drag and click thing after I adjusted it. Okay.
Now,
speaking of parcels,
yeah,
the Wanda missiles and the shield, where did that come from?
That was those
from
were
the
items,
previous.
Those were items you guys found in the Pentagon room. Remember?
That nobody picked up.
Oh, so they're gone now.
Well,
yeah, I guess so.
I think it was decided that none of the characters could use them.
Doesn't matter. They're gone anyways.
Oh, shit.
Well, if we play this right, we got an extra 100 gold.
I threw Robin under the bus. No. Robin, don't feel bad. It's common. But I'm answering DMs of that nature from people every day. Rob, how do I in class? You don't. It's over. Delete classic. Just delete it. All right, money. Is it over? Did we win?
We won Dungeons and Dragons. Yep.
Yeah, that was the end. That was the entire module. You survived.
Wow. Took us fucking a year and a half to write that.
Oh my god, did it really?
Okay.
I don't think it did.
No, I don't remember.
That writing by committee must have been really rough.
Oh, it was rough because I remember saying, I remember thanking everyone on the last day when it was done and then saying, I'll never fucking do this again. And I still haven't written Unknown Whom Part 3 because I'm going to do it by myself, which means it hasn't got done. Oh.
Okay. So I found the next part.
Robin
All
just
right,
crossed me off
so
the
now
list.
that y'all made it to the town, you helped the old lady and the shipmates deliver their goods. They paid you. The vendor who was receiving those goods offers you a discount to buy any of his basic equipment, is basically what he has. So basically anything from the player's handbook valued at 40 gold or less, he has in stock. So if you want to, I don't know, fill out your backpacks, if you have backpacks, any equipment you want to do, buying, he will give you a discount on on these items.
All right. All right. I don't think I need anything. Maybe more crossbow bolts. Oh, you know what? I don't have
backpack.
rations. I maybe want to get some rations because
food would be good.
Y'all might want to get a lot of things besides just rations.
Yeah, let's look at the items of the. Let's look. How do you look? Items. Here it is. Items like that. All right, let's look. So you said something about a discount. What would the discount be?
This merchant, this vendor, will offer you a 20% discount on all your purchases.
Nice. All right.
For today.
And that includes healing potions, yeah?
No, because a healing potion is worth more than 40 gold.
Oh, boo! So he doesn't have any.
Not with 20% off. It's exactly 40 gold.
What about that, DM? What about that? What about
No. Regular price before discount has to be under 40 gold.
So if we get his thing, is it like CVS, then we get like a 7-foot-long receipt?
Yeah, so it's another coupon for you to come back next time.
Okay. So,
but at a future date.
So, torch.
Will he buy an extra set of leather armor that I don't need?
No, he's only selling, not purchasing things.
Well, you don't know if you don't ask.
All right, so I'm going to buy...
Well, yeah, so now you know.
I'm going to buy 10 torches, which is going to cost me 8 copper pieces. Why isn't this letting me change my fucking fuck? It's not letting me change my inventory. That doesn't seem good. I can't... Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I couldn't type the number 11 in my torches. I could type 9 and then roll my mouse wheel up to 11, but it wouldn't let me type in 11. That's interesting. Never seen that before. Okay, so that was 8 copper. And now I'm going to get rations. What are you guys getting? So I'm going to get 10 rations, which will cost me 4 silver pieces. I'm doing discounts in my head.
Hey, can y'all roll a perception check for me?
4 silver. Do you have the...
nothing.
Oh, you don't have the You don't have the thing installed that makes
For
you...
the request of rolls?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you
but
do?
I like y'all rolling things.
Okay, so you wanted what perception? You're gonna make me...
Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, y'all can keep going with your purchases. Y'all are very consumed with what the vendor has.
Yeah, we don't notice the guy coming in the door with a knife at my throat. I'm worried that you said we might want to buy more than just rations. That has me very concerned.
Well, yeah. Do y'all have things like, I don't know, climbing ropes or tinder boxes?
Oh my god.
Anything at all?
Tinder. Well, the thing is, you can't...
I'm a druid. I live off the land.
Then you're fine.
I do want some studded leather armor, though.
Is that normal price 40 gold or less?
No, it's not.
Then he doesn't have it.
This place sucks. I'm going outside.
Rope. So, as near as I can tell, the only difference, the ropes are the same as far as how sturdy they are and all that. It's just that the silk rope weighs half as much. That's your benefit.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to get a silk rope. So
and you would think you would get less rope burned from it, too.
Yeah. 8 gold pieces. Oh, I'm keeping track. Don't you worry.
Why don't you just get the Dungeoneer's pack? Because it comes with 50 foot of rope and 10 days of rations.
I don't know. I'm stupid. Now I've already bought all that shit. I don't like the Fancy Grounds doesn't like if you... It doesn't list the items in like groups of... You know what I mean? It'd be nice if it had... I mean, it has armor and weapons. But it doesn't list things in a lot... You have to search through 10,000 pages of items, right? I don't know. All right. Oh, I know. Crowbar. Somebody always needs a crowbar.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget any toolkits that you might need.
I have thieves' tools already. Which allegedly I must be proficient in, yeah?
Allegedly. Actually, you are.
Yes, I get tool. I get well, you chose so
Diablo Bob is trying really hard to split the party.
Redeem split party. Oh shit, there's a lot of stuff up here. Oh, wow. I didn't my sounds my sound isn't working that tells me I have a thing. That's unfortunate. You know, it was normally because there's 3 things redeemed here. So I need to whisper. Okay. That thing I sent you, Fury, is, well, first of all, spelled wrong, but that is
per request. Okay.
Per Diablo
per
Bob.
redeem.
And
of course.
And then another thing.
All right, I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff. I was just shopping, figuring out what I wanted first.
And then another thing. So you got to add all these up, Fury. So all those things happen. Yeah, so I get... Okay. So the Artificer gets a tool proficiency with a Smith's Tools, which is... I guess you chose Thieves' Tools? I thought Smith's Tools were its own thing.
It should be.
Artisan Tools. So let's see here. let me look at Thieves' Tools here 1 second. Are Thieves' Tools in a category of?
No. Okay, so you have Navigator's Tools, Vehicles for Water, Thieves' Tools, Tinkerer Tools, and one type of Artisan Tools of your choice, which I didn't specify which Artisan Tool.
Where was this? Where did you see this?
Under Proficiencies. On your Abilities tab.
Oh, shit. Okay. Holy crap. Okay. So I got a lot of tools I got to get here.
Well, you don't have to get them, but you're proficient
but
with
I want
them.
to. Yeah, and then I need to make on my skills. Okay, first of all, okay, now I got to open the skills thing. Modules. Skills. There's a lot of what? Skill. What? I thought there was a skill module. I could have swore there was. Guess not. Well, maybe you don't have it. I don't know. Fuck. All right, whatever. This is starting to overwhelm me. You're the one DMing and I'm overwhelmed. Okay, so my
Rob has a lot of tools to work with. So many tools.
Rob's a tool.
Okay, so 25 gold pieces. So that's really only 20 gold pieces. I will get that. Inventory, navigators.
While Water is busy being a woman and shopping, Galrin and Havoc, what are y'all doing? Are y'all still shopping?
Yeah, I'm working.
You're more quiet about it?
Yeah. So I can pick up leather armor though because it's 10 gold.
Yes.
All right.
8 gold.
So I'll pick that up. For now, because I'm walking around in clothing.
Tinker.
And we don't have a real tank.
What do you think Chad is?
A dog.
Tinker's tools are 50 gold pieces, so he does not have those. Boo. Now, how do I know what artisan tools are? Where's a list of those?
I was going to say the player's handbook.
Yeah, I got to get a handle on my tools. That's right. Here, I can just go to Google. 5e list of artisans tools. Oh, our artisans tools might be, they might be, no. Oh. Yeah, it is its own tool set. Oh, but you have to choose proficiency with a set of artisan tools lets you add a proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make using the artisan's tools in your craft. Each type of artisan's tools requires a separate proficiency. Oh, so you have to designate the type. Mother of fuck. Leatherworks, jewelers, masons, carpenters, cooks, calligraphers, cartographers, smiths. All right, I'm going to get cartographer's tools. That's 12. What? The chat's been cleared?
Yeah, sorry, I was messing with stuff.
All right. Yeah, okay, I think I got what I need, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm tooled up now.
I can see that before next week's game, I'm going to have to read the entire Artificer class to see what the fuck's going on here. I'm just stumbling through today's game.
I, of course, did not give myself the 20% discount at all.
Ooh, I did. There's a shop. I think there's a shop thing that Matakuri did that you can drag things directly out of it onto your character sheet, and then if there's a discount, it automatically applies it. I'm pretty sure he has that. I don't know why we're not using it. All right. Oh, snap. Ebenfell. Cheerbits. Diablo Bob. Cheerbits. Thank you, sir. Cheerbits. Ebenfell. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And our discount was only 20%.
Only 20%, yes.
For some reason, I thought it was 40. All right, so I'm done. I grabbed some arrows and a quiver and some leather armor.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to add back my 20% discount.
How much gold did you end up spending?
A lot.
Guy's gonna close shop early today.
Oh yeah, you did well by me.
It's called a tip, Diablo Bob says.
Academic markup, because of COVID.
Oh man, I gotta figure out why I'm not getting a sound when people redeem stuff.
Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff.
think I know why.
Oh, he also redeemed a hydrate.
I didn't see that. When was that?
18 minutes ago.
All right, what time is it? Minus 52. Oh, Diablo Bob redeemed a hydrate. He certainly did. Okay, here, this is for you, Diablo Bob. All right, now I need to test the. I need to redeem something too. Okay, there we go. What's going on? We still waiting on Havoc?
No, I'm done.
Oh, so everybody's done?
I need to figure out my discount, but I can do that while we're going.
Okay. So as you finish shopping, or as y'all are shopping, the ship captain, he says that he's going to see what he can do about repairs for his ship. And then other than that, you're in this small little town. You could walk around, you could talk to other people, you could listen for rumors.
Wait. The captain is going to see about repairs for his ship. You mean buy a new ship?
Pretty much, yeah.
Let's listen for rumors.
Okay. Let's see.
Let's find the drunks.
The drunks. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff here. Let's see if I can find.
Cheerbits in the stream. Thanks. Cheerbits, Gwydion. Cheerbits, thank you, sir. Gwydion, what's up, Gwydion? Cheerbits.
So you want to go to I guess an inn or something to find about the rumors?
Sure. I mean, we've been underground for like days. Water tried to kill us. Let's have a good meal, sit down, we'll listen to tales, maybe ask a couple of like leading questions. I don't know. We got shinies. Let's go spend the shinies.
Let's go spend those shinies, baby. I'm all down for that. 100.
Okay. So you make your way into this little town. It's not really big. And most of the people seem kind of peasants, maybe upper peasant level, as far as clothing and how they hold themselves. They all seem kind of weary of the three of you, and also of the sailors that just came in, because they're not used to a lot of travelers. So they're giving you kind of, odd looks, and they're kind of, blatantly staring at you like, oh, especially, water, because water genocides are kind of, okay, that's new and different. We've never seen this before. But as you make your way, you find something that definitely looks like a bar because there's smells of food and loud chattering of people and actual people going inside to get drinks and I guess lunch meals, your early evening meals, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, let's do that. and listen to rumors because that was a feature. Now, question: is the mountains behind? Is that a volcano? Is that like fire I see there?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
They haven't heard about location, have they?
That's Pompeii.
It
Whatever,
it
they
could
don't
be,
care.
or they don't care. Again, they're peasants, upper peasants. They don't have much choice of where they live.
We just crawled out of a hole in the ground. We ain't that much above them. In fact, mind your P's and Q's.
Okay, let's
It's a
see.
hello.
So nobody greets you as you walk in. You see a long bar and a few tables, and there's some people just scattered here and there. Do you want to sit at a table?
Yes.
Sit at the bar?
Sit at a table.
Yeah, big table right in the middle of the room, and let's make a
Garçon.
spectacle of ourselves.
That's one way of getting noticed.
Perhaps the most effective. Other than dancing on the table, it's pretty high up on the list. Yeah.
Give it a minute.
Okay. Do y'all want to
I am
roll?
a bard. I guess I could sing a tune or two, you know?
God. You would literally have to sing.
I got a lute.
Okay. Do you want to stand up in the middle of the room and start singing?
Oh, like all good musicians, I have to drink first.
Okay. If you do sit at the table, you're sitting there for maybe 5, 10, 15, half hour. Nobody has approached your table.
Can I use some of my rustic hospitality to get these people to be at ease with us?
What does rustic hospitality mean exactly? Can you
it's
share
a
it?
trait. It's a trait feature.
Okay. What does it read exactly, though? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. From your rustic hospitality, you do know that at places like this, you need to go to the bar first to order drinks and food to be brought to you.
We go to the bar.
Everybody goes to the bar, so you risk losing the table.
No.
Do you have your stuff at the table? What's going on
We
exactly?
send Havoc, who's skilled in rustic hospitality.
Okay. Havoc, are you going to take all your belongings with you, or you just, leave them at the table with your new friends and go to the bar?
So I'm gonna be loud, yell across the room, we're gonna take this table here as I'm heading towards the bar, and I'm gonna set my things on them. I was like, guys, take some seats. I'll go take care of the order. What do you want? What do you want? And as I'm walking to the bar, I'm yelling back.
Orange whip.
Forthwith. I'll take a tankard of ale. That's the only role playing I know how to say.
Okay.
Well played. Ales all around.
All right, and I'm gonna also survey the room. There's a lot of people in here.
I would say there is maybe about 10 men of varying ages and about half, 4, maybe 5 women. You heard somebody yell in the background kitchen area who may be a woman.
So what you're
tell.
saying is the women are in the kitchen. That's what you're saying.
No, there's definitely 4 female patrons, along with there's 10 male patrons.
And when
So
you
there's
say
about 14
patron,
people in here.
Are you mispronouncing waitress? I really want to know what's going on with the sexism here.
All right. So I'm gonna head to the thing. Who's at the bar?
Nobody's at the bar, surprisingly.
Nope, nobody's sitting at the bar or nobody's behind
Anyone?
the bar. Anyone? Ding, is there a bell?
So there's a gentleman at the bar sitting there drinking something. He's like, "Oh, she went to the back. You might need to knock on the door."
Oh, okay. I'll head over to the door. Hello, hello.
So out burst a buxom, thick woman. It's like, "Hold on, I am busy. I am getting meals for about 10 people, and I do not have enough staff." And then
Oh.
she kind of looks you up and down. It's like, "What do you want?"
Well, first we would like to have our order brought to the table. We would like to take that table over there, just over there. Those are my two friends with the robot-looking thing.
She looks over your shoulder like, "Uh-huh." And that would be?
Well, that gentleman wants a tank. That gentleman wants ales all around. The young lady would like a tankard of ale. I will take a tankard of ale as well. And in fact, we've come upon some money. Ale all around.
Oh, holy shit. It's happening.
It's happening. He's making friends.
Let's tap a keg. What do you say?
She looks you up and down. I do not have any kegs. I have bottles of grog and then one fine ale that is actually reserved for the Morngaze family exclusively. But I can get you some cups, and I can also charge you for the rest of everybody else and get you 3 hot meals. How about that?
Works for us.
Lovely. That would be 5 gold, darling.
I'll slap 6 on the table and head back towards the counter and head back towards the table.
She picks up the money, looks at it, looks at you like, okay, whatever, high roller.
Sure bits. Gorbidal. Thank you, sir.
I don't need it.
Gorbidal, 2,000 bits.
Wow.
That's more than 6 gold. I'll tell you that right now. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So I guess after maybe 5 minutes, 3 drinks in hand, she comes over and puts them on the table. She'll be like, it'll be a little bit longer for the meal, but I'll be back. And she goes back towards the kitchen. The door is closed. People are resuming their drinks. Some of them kind of raise their glass up at you like, this one's on you. Thanks, buddy.
Enjoy. There'll be entertainment soon as my friend gets a hot meal in him. You better have that song ready.
Ooh, there's gonna be some. You better. Hey,
better
Raiders,
have the song ready.
Raiders from Magic Fingers have joined the chat. Welcome, Magic Fingers Raiders. Welcome.
Okay, so as you're sitting in the tavern, people are kind of relaxing. They don't think that you're going to stab them in the gut and take whatever small pennies that they have. You hear a few things about the island in general. How people are talking about the Warrengaze Manor, that it's such a beautiful big building, mostly abandoned for such a small family that lives there. They talk about Queen Othdax had grown angry at the loss of her position, and she probably murdered her husband because apparently he took her position from her. Let's see. Oh.
You
guys are taking notes, right? I'm a savage.
Taking notes. That's so 80s. No, I'm not taking notes, just so you know.
It's on you, Bard.
Yeah, we're in trouble then.
Mostly a lot of the rumors are kind of just bad-mouthing the Morngaze family, saying if they weren't royals, that they wouldn't be any better than the rest of them, disparaging the way that the government that they run, which they preferred. They talking about a republic system of government instead of a monarchy. But other than that, I mean, it's just kind of just grumbling from angry peasants.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Do you roll me a perception check, everybody?
Sweet.
What the hell was in that grog?
So Galrin and Water, you notice, because Havoc is too busy playing nice with all the peoples, you do notice that there's this kind of, how should I describe him?
Shady
kind of
character?
Shady character, yeah, we'll go with shady character. He's not sitting inside the bar, but he's kind of outside, and he's been, leaning over, checking in on you guys, leaning back as if, nothing's really going on. But he just, he's checked in on you guys a couple of times, or at least checked inside the bar a couple of times, and you just thought, that's weird. You get icky feelings from him.
From the outside of the establishment or from some other part of the building?
Outside the establishment through the window.
Oh, so he's a peeping Tom.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's
I mean,
bullshit.
y'all's had, moments of where his eyes meet your eyes, and he's like, "Oh shit," and then he kind of looks away.
Oh, so we're being stalked here somehow. I'm gonna go outside and see, and I'm just gonna walk out and stare at him. I'll go out through those swinging doors, because we're in the Old West, right? There's a swinging doors that go out.
As you walk out, he's gone.
Whoa, okay. I'll go back in and say, I scared him off.
Good job. Good job. So the lady, the kitchen owner person, she comes back with 3 bowls of stew? Question mark, question mark.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
But they're warm, and there's bread, and there's some sort of chunks of something in a gray broth, grayish brown broth. There might be some vegetables in there.
I've eaten grubs. This is fantastic.
All right, let's eat it. Sherbets. Mosk and Foz. Sherbets. Thank you, sir.
So, after we eat...
it's a song? Because some people have been waiting for the song now.
Yeah, Galron's going to
promised.
bust out the lute. He's going to sing the local equivalent of the Eyes Have It. Playing up the eye theme.
Yeah, the eyes have it.
Mention of the eyes, just eyes in general, kind of make people go quiet. Like, we don't like that word here. And then they start noticing who has their marks visible again.
Mine would not be visible.
Okay, I kind of figured. Galrin, Havoc, you said Havoc, yours was on your arm?
Yeah, I figured it'd probably be shoulder blade arm area.
Okay, so kind of covered up by your armor as well.
Yeah.
Galrin, you never really specified where yours was.
No, I
inner thigh.
Inner thigh. That would be visible, correct?
I'm gonna go with the cover art, and it's on the back of the neck.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, that's fine.
So not visible.
Okay.
So then it switches to another tune and moves away from the topic. I was just trying to get that reaction.
Well, now everyone's a little bit more suspicious and weary of your musical talents. So let's do a performance check. Let's see actually how well you're singing, regardless of the topic goes. Let's see if you can strum, sing, on key, that type of thing.
Can I aid him?
Average.
That was the first song.
How are you gonna aid him? Just on the table?
No, I was gonna hit him with guidance.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So would that be like a plus 1d4?
A d4, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to use that guidance now?
Sweet.
Yes.
Still not that great, but okay.
Need all the help I can get.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, the subject matter wasn't to their liking, but you can try again. You said you were going to do a second song, right?
Brave Sir Robin bravely turned his tail and ran. I didn't! Whoa!
So much better. What did you think about this time, though?
The wind and the waves.
It's like Marty
I love
McFly
it.
switching from
Yeah,
Chuck Berry to,
tunes, you know?
to Van Halen.
They loved it. They bought you a round of whatever dishwater they were drinking.
They're drinking dishwater. All right, we got to take a break.
Great.
You'd like a break for about 2 weeks?
Please.
No,
The anxiety of this.
10 minutes. You're doing great, by the way. You're doing great. I think you're doing great. All right.
He says online, but as soon as we're off, he's going to be saying something
not
else.
at all. You're doing great. So we'll take a 10-minute break, everybody, and then we'll be back, and I'll start the timer on the screen here. What's up with this counter? What the hell? It's counting down, but it's not showing on the screen. I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, I know. I haven't turned my voice off yet because I'm trying to. No. Oh, is there a break screen? I don't remember how this works. Oh, it's slides. Duh. There we go. That works. And then let me make these slides are right. Gloomhaven, Wednesday at 6:30. Yes, that's correct. Oh, that's all I have. I got to put in the slides for the. Okay, all right, I'm gonna stop talking now.
I don't know if I'm missing things or if I'm just overlooking things, but I didn't see a description of what Eben felt like. Mm-hmm. By the way, I can hear myself on stream.
Since I'm talking to you, I'll put my voice back on. But yeah, the player's voice never get turned off.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can turn them off, but I just don't.
I kind of would for just a moment so I could talk to you about some
okay. So then,
stuff.
all right. So stream, you're gonna not hear anything now.
I mean, I confused Mark with the whole layout of the land.
A little bit. Actually, a lot.
I'm so sorry.
And we're back.
I am horrible with directions.
So we are back, everybody. What's up? Now, what was that again? The lady's name is Hellas Bond. And I forgot.
For those of you who've forgotten, that's the decrepit old lady with the broken wagon.
She is the alleged
fixed the wagon.
groundskeeper. Yes, you did, fix her wagon. You hitched her wagon for her, whatever.
We fixed her wagon. All right, and then the guy, and I went outside, and he was gone.
Mhm. He was quick.
He was,
Disappeared.
or he's a changeling, or and he went invisible. Who knows?
So I think the last thing we asked, no, not the last thing, but we asked during the break was, is there anybody fishing that looks like their boat raced? Because our sailor crew that we rescued from the water and their deaths are building a boat.
Are you asking people, or are you just trying to figure out by looks alone?
Well, it's not like do we see any large warehouses? Because they would probably be building the boats outside.
When you were walking from the port, there were large warehouses down there. And then when you got closer towards the town, it was more like homes and storefronts.
All right, so then yes, I will ask. I will tell a tale of shipwreck and a sudden storm and the rescue, and I will make water a hero. I'm pretending to be a bard. Back me up with some musical interludes.
I'm on it. My instruments.
All this to just ask him, so we're in need of a shipwreck. Anybody know one?
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Give me an investigation check at triple disadvantage.
triple disadvantage. You roll 4 dice, and you take the worst one.
You drop the 3 highest.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck that. Oh my god, can you imagine? I can remember when 5e first started in like 2014, and we were playing, and it was like our first session of whatever group I was playing, and we did not know that.
What was that for?
That's double.
That's my triple disadvantage.
Triple disadvantage. So
that's a
3. But we did not know that you couldn't double advantage or double. So we were doing that. We were rolling like 6 dice and taking the highest one. No. That's the best way to learn anything, like a video game or board game. Just open the box, set it up, and start playing. Don't read the fucking rules. Just start playing.
Okay. You start to ask around about shipping yards and whatnot until you hear some screaming from outside of the tavern. Do you want to go investigate the screaming?
Yes.
Lovely.
Investigate the screaming.
Wait, is it a male screaming, a child screaming? Is it a female screaming? Does it sound like they're in pain? I want to hear the scream, DM.
I'm not a screamer. I'm sorry.
Whoa, TMI. Holy shit.
No, I'm not one of those people that screams at like scary movies.
That's what you meant.
Like if I was to get murdered, I wouldn't scream. I'd be a silent kill.
This is for you, Mark.
It sounds terrified. Sounds like terrified screaming.
From adults?
It is a bit shrill, so it's kind of hard to say gender.
So maybe we shouldn't go out there as we head towards the door.
Let's look out the door and see what we see.
Okay, that's a great idea. You see a few terrified people running away from what looks like a direwolf.
Oh,
Oh, I got this.
We have to go. Yes, we have to go. Help.
Okay, great. Let me pull up a map and a thing.
Direwolf.
Just out of curiosity, is there a rider on the back of said direwolf?
Are you squinting? Do you have binoculars to look?
I was
Yeah, but if I
squinting.
could tell it was a direwolf, I figured I'd see something sitting on its back.
How far away is it?
Probably like, I don't know, 100 feet or something. I don't know.
Okay, that's.
What is it? It's a direwolf. It's a brown direwolf with green eyes and white spots. Is there a rider on it? I don't know.
It has this one tuft of hair on the side of its face, but is there a rider? No, you can't see that.
A scar. There's like some, jagged blood. Yeah.
One of its feet has 3 toes, not 4. Yeah, right.
Okay,
Well,
you're gonna have to excuse me while I try to pull
We're
up
dead.
a map and everything. Yes, y'all are dead.
That is a below average roll.
Hey Rob,
Uh-huh.
is this the longest you've played without having combat?
No. I don't remember what the occasion was, but I remember being traumatized by playing a full session with no combat. And this would have been probably more than a couple of years ago, but we did go a whole. I want to say it was part of the Joe Numbers about halfway through our whatever the hell that one that took us 3 years to play that we just finished a few months ago.
Dungeon of the Mad Mage?
Mad Mage?
Yes, I want to say that one of those sessions had no combat in it. And then we got done, and somebody said that. Somebody goes, "Hey, no combat today," and we were like, "What the fuck?"
Just a quick. I'm realizing I'm so fucking underprepared that I don't even have the monster manual.
Open it?
Like, I don't own it.
Yeah, but it's Rob's campaign. Wouldn't he have put it in?
No, I think she's doing a random monster, right? Isn't that what you're doing?
Yeah, but even if I did a random monster, if I try to open up Direwolf to add it to the combat tracker and to put on the map, it says DDMM Monster Manual, activate module, and attempt to open again. I don't have that.
Is Direwolf not in Unknown Whom too? It's not part of the NPCs.
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna have to pick something else.
I'm gonna okay. Sorry, there's a different monster.
I would
out there.
assume you would have the Player's Handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide, and the Monster Manual. I would assume that.
It's in the player's handbook, though.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a monster because it's one of my creatures that I can turn into.
Oh, then just you have the Player's Handbook, don't you, Fury?
Yes, I will look for.
Yeah, so Direwolf should be in there then.
Yeah, it's in there.
So this, by the way, everybody, this is the random monster that Diablo Bob purchased an hour ago, and other things are happening with it as well. Things are in motion. Other things are happening.
Don't worry, we're gonna be heroes.
Is that right?
I don't know, but it's gonna be fun.
Okay, now I just have to find a map that works for this.
Any map.
Any map, any random map.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, unlike you, who has everything,
Right.
I have nothing.
Well, but you're saying you're not like me. You don't have any maps.
Exactly.
But like even though you don't have any maps, you have like a lot of maps. Even the Fantasy Grounds basic, the ones that come with Fantasy Grounds, those are even some good ones in there.
What are they even called? Like,
I think if you type in FG in the search module thing, it'll come up. Or maps, I forget what it's called. Battle maps, I can't remember what the hell it's called.
again, I super unprepared for this.
Did you find it?
I'm looking for it right now. Way too much shit to do as a DM. I hate it.
Well, what I liked is that before we even started, you were like, "I hate this already."
And the more I struggle, the more I want to die.
I want to say it's like a food that you think you don't like, but then you eat enough of it, and you're like, you know what? I kind of do like these. Like when I was a kid, I hated strawberries and pickles, and now I like both. So I guess
it's a weird combination.
Not strawberries and pickles together. I wasn't eating that. Now I kind of want to try that.
I think that's a horrible idea. I don't think you should do it.
Could have pickled strawberries.
Pickled strawberries. I see what you. So yeah, it is called FG Battle Maps is the name of the module, and it should be something you own. It should be part of.
I don't understand why I can't find it. It's just driving me crazy.
Well, if you type in the search, just the word map, it should come up.
There it is. Okay.
And then
too much shit.
Inside is outside, inside, a bunch of different ones you can use. And you might, I'm not positive, but you might have to put a grid on it when you first open it. That may or may not be true. Can't remember if they fixed that.
Okay. Let's see. It looks like there's a grid already on it, but
Okay,
I'm guessing
so
probably not a real.
It's been a long time since I've opened one of those. Streets?
Yeah, close enough.
Where the streets have no name?
Streets have no names.
And we don't, at least I don't see anything yet. Oh, I see a grid.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to adjust it. I think that's good. I think that's pretty. Nope, it is not, and it's going to drive me crazy.
Oh, so it didn't have a grid on it?
No, it did not. I'm having a hard time trying to fucking adjust this.
So it's probably
doesn't matter.
It's probably 50 by 50. Is that what the thing shows in the numbers?
Okay, there. It's not exactly lined up, but close enough.
And then we don't see anything on the map. I don't know if you need to press something to reveal that, or I don't know.
Do you see the map at all?
No.
No,
we
it's
see
just
we
black.
see the grid, but it's just black. You might have to turn on lighting. You might have to flip one of those. Unity's way more complicated than what Classic used to be. Classic didn't have any of these options, so you just saw the map or you didn't. And this one is, you can turn it off, you can shade it, you can darken it, you can all this crazy stuff. So I would first try to turn on lighting. The light bulb, I believe it is.
Okay, hold on one second. I have way too many things on here, obviously. How do I drag your tokens onto the map?
So in the combat tracker, just grab the green helmet and drag it, and it'll put all of us there. Yeah.
All right, we see ourselves.
Don't see Chad because he's got no.
Oh yeah, I need to put him on there.
He's there. I think he's there, but he's got no.
No token. No picture. Okay, so you said to click on the little light bulb?
Yeah, just because we can't see the map. So I think you have to turn on the lighting.
Okay, light is on.
Okay, so that wasn't it. Just start clicking shit. There should be a list of player vision, DM vision, all this kind of shit.
Did you add a mask to it?
No.
Make sure the mask is off.
How do I do that?
Should be one of the options.
Click on the mask symbol.
Okay, so I just clicked on enable and then I just clicked disable.
Okay.
Layers.
And the when you click on the mask, right below that on the left, there's an eye and a mask. Make sure it's on the eye.
Okay.
And then in the play area, the dice, the furthest left one, the play one, make sure it says enable, turn on player vision, line of sight, lighting. Did you find that? You didn't find it? Hello?
Okay, I see the. I'm sorry, I see the line of sight stuff. That's taken care of.
No,
I see that. So the enable, disable. That's all there.
So on the play, on the dice symbol, all the way to the left. If you look below that, there's a big list of zoom, extents, show, hide, right? So make sure that the lighting and the line of sight and the player, toggle all those on. There we go. Now we see it. Yep. Now we see the whole thing.
Oh God.
So the difference is.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
But the different, just so you know, for the future, one of them is line of sight, so we only see what we can see. This one shows us everything. So that's fine. Yeah. So that's whatever you want to do.
Jesus Christ, this is awful. I hate it. I'm gonna say that 100 more times.
Now you got to give, you got to open chat and give them a token.
How do I give him a token?
So open his stat block and unlock it and just drag a token into the empty circle. And it can be, I don't care what it is, a C. I don't care what token it is. You don't have to spend a lot of time looking for tokens. You can just use something. You can, open assets and go to tokens and just use anything.
I just gave him a number. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Yep.
It's all for Chad.
It's for Chad. It's for Chad. It's for Chad. Isn't that an internet site? Oh, that's Fortran. Oh, Jesus, he's over there.
All right. I put y'all closer. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Are you about to say those most famous words in Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, I guess I can roll for initiative.
Yay!
What? I got a -1? What kind of bullshit? Does Chad go on his own turn or my turn?
On your turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to change that to a 7.
Okay.
Okay, so let me put you in square. Oh my god, my first time doing this. So I'm guessing you want to move, or no? I guess that's just an attack.
That's a target. I'm gonna dissonantly whisper.
Okay. He failed.
Look at that shit roll.
He is lightly hurt. That's funny.
Now,
Okay.
must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from us. Creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, such as over fire pit, unsuccessful save,
Okay. Wait, because he's frightened like that?
Oh, he's been screamed at. Now he's kind of deaf and runs away. But it doesn't say it's frightened.
Drake takes everybody. Thank you for the.
I need to look at that spell real quick because I'm curious. Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out which button to hit.
Is caring. Diablo Bob isn't even here to see his monster.
Okay, so he is going to move 50 feet away from you.
See you, bye.
All right, now Havoc has been granted a critical hit from Diablo Bob, like an hour and a half ago.
Well, that's if he hits.
No, it's an automatic.
Oh, it's an automatic thing. Okay.
So he has to roll. Are you using the critical hit and fumble tables, Fury?
Yes.
Okay, so
sure.
Bob has to roll a d6 then to see if there's an effect. I mean, Havoc. So there is an effect. So now you have to feed him the critical hit table. Which you just open up tables and search crit. I think you'll find it.
Okay, so Havoc,
Yes.
you get to roll on that table.
Yeah, you can drag the shield up to his thing and share it with him. Or that. Yeah, that's fine. What attack are you doing, Havoc?
I was just shooting it with the bow.
Yeah, okay.
And just started running.
Yeah, that's fine.
Scared it away.
So
Oh,
knee
God.
crack. The target's leg is cut off at the knee. Damn, that's a hell of a shot.
No, yours is piercing, so it's the knee is split.
Oh, yeah. That's still good.
It falls prone and movement reduced to half. So now you can roll your critical damage. Don't forget to hold shift or whatever.
Oh my God, my poor puppers.
He's in dire shape.
I see what you did. I'm listening.
I'm going to ignore that.
Jesus Christ.
Bad doggy. And I think I'm going to run after it.
I like it.
All right, 35 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm going to run after it, like, just yelling the whole time, like, you can't hurt these people. They're under our protection now. That's it.
Well, it's already reduced to half speed, so it's going to use the rest of its movement to get up from prone.
Wait. No,
Wait, you gotta...
I have to announce some things, but the turn hasn't been passed, so I didn't know his turn was over. Because I have some good news and some bad news about the Direwolf, but not until it's its turn. And I think Havoc is waiting for you to approve his move, Fury. Okay, the bad news is the Remedies, who I don't think is still here either, hasted the Direwolf, so it gets 2 full turns. The good news is its first attack will be at disadvantage per Diablo Bob.
Reaction thing.
Are you gesturing to yourself, Havoc? Because we didn't hear anything you just said.
Oh, I heard him.
Oh, I didn't hear him.
Yeah.
That's the button.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The Direwolf is going to come, so he uses, for his first turn, his half movement to get up. He will use his action to run towards you, his 25 feet.
Well, that's not his action, that's his movement.
No, he was prone. So his movement was...
But you said he's using his action to run toward you. He's not. He's using his movement to run. He still has an action.
No, he's at half movement because he has a split knee, right? He
Yes.
can only move 50 feet. So half his movement is used to stand up, correct?
Yes.
And since he can't go a full 50 feet, that 25 feet...
Okay, but you're missing
it works.
Yeah, you're missing my point. You said he's using his action. He's not. He's using his movement. Now, he still has an action.
No, he used his movement to stand up from prone.
Right.
He used his action to move 25 feet.
No, he used the rest of his movement. He gets he gets a 50-foot movement. So prone is half your movement, and then the rest of your movement is 25 feet. You do not use your action to move.
But he was already at half movement, Rob, because he has this advantage from the split knee. So he would actually really only be able to move about 10 feet, but she moved in 25. She's doubling his move by using the action as... Yeah.
Got it. Okay, got it. My bad. I'm sorry. But you didn't say it that way, so that's why I was confused. So my bad. You're 100% right. I didn't hear the word dash. Sorry.
All right, so he uses his movement to move 20 feet to get in front of Havoc for his second turn. And he is going to... Why did I only do one? Why is there no packs? I should have done a pack. I don't know why I didn't think I did a pack. Anyways, he is going to bite you.
And that should be at disadvantage, remember. Well,
I don't think he can go
right.
more disadvantage than that.
You cannot.
How to swat him on the nose.
And that did not somehow trigger the table, did it?
No, it didn't. What's up with that?
Do you have the... oh, I know why. Hold on just a second. In the options... well, you can roll on the table while I look this up, but I think it's probably turned off in the options. Hold on. Where the hell is that?
Oh dear, that's not a good...
Okay, so fumble. So in the options under House Rules GM, the first one under that title is Attack Fumble Crit Tables, and it is turned off. So just turn it on. And then meanwhile, you can just roll what he got.
Oh, I did. It's not good for you guys. Not good at all. I'm going to show you guys what happened.
Okay, Sven, ask me anything.
Oh, wait, how do I just click and redrag?
I have not seen your poster, Sven. You can, you can grab the, yes, there you go. I haven't seen your posters, Sven. Your target.
That's what the fumble did.
Oh my fucking god! Jesus.
So now they have pack tactics.
Yes, but they only have half the hit points that they had. So.
Okay, yeah. The current blah blah blah.
And don't forget to turn the. There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
So now there's two of them. Great. But at least the first one's turn is over.
Yes, but do the second and third one have to go?
I'm sorry,
again?
Third one? What is it?
Wait,
Well,
what?
this one, there's number 2 and number 3 because it splits to 2 identical copies of itself.
Yeah, but that means it's split.
No, it splits
there's only
into
two.
It doesn't mean there's two more. It means it
Oh,
splits
okay.
into two.
So there's a second one. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do I make a second one?
So just go to the player's handbook and drag another one into the combat tracker.
Or take the shield next to the one that's on the combat tracker and drag it back into the combat tracker.
You can do that.
There we go.
And now
cool.
each of those, and now you got to take the hit points of the first one and make each have half of that.
Yeah, so 9 each.
Well, no, that's not the hit points. You're looking at you're not looking at hit points. You're looking at
the current hit point.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was the order. Yeah, sorry.
That's the order.
I'm used to, as a DM, that's where the hit points would be.
Your DM shows your... Oh, as a DM, you mean, yeah. As a DM, you should never show your players the hit points. Hide that shit.
Never.
Never.
They get so mad when they don't see it.
And what's funny is that because I brought him onto the thing, his turn is next. Okay, so...
Oh, that's right. He would have immediately rolled it.
Yep. I'm just double checking. I'm fixing this hit points real quick.
Now, congratulations. That whole scenario you just went through as a DM is probably one of the most involved things that you would have to do. That was pretty good.
Okay, so that's that, and that would bring that to... You know, I'm just going to, because for... All right. I mean, it's still at the half hit point thing. It's just because my math wasn't... I couldn't figure it out how to. Okay, yeah. Anyways, math fucking sucks. So, anyways, second Wolfie's turn.
But wait a minute, now they're both fully healthy.
Right, but they're at that half hit point thing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so he's gonna have advantage on hitting
right,
Havoc.
I see, because their full amount is what you gave him instead of giving him 20 and damaging by 10 or whatever. Yeah, I see what you did. Havoc, you're about to get bit.
I know.
Oh, I should maybe look at what my guy can even do.
Okay, and Havoc, you are now knocked prone.
Don't forget, you should have rolled at an advantage because they have pack tactics, right?
I didn't. Didn't I do that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you did.
Yeah, advantage to attack.
Oh,
yes.
Gotcha. Okay. We don't see the. I guess yeah.
Yeah, we don't see the advantage. It just shows us.
Okay. It is advantage. Yes, he did hit. He did do the damage, and now you are prone because you failed the saving throw, and so you're knocked prone.
Are you applying or am I?
I would say you apply so you can pick yourself up.
Okay. Got it.
Okie dokie.
All right. So Chad is actually technically supposed to go after me, I guess.
I think so, but I don't know if he can go ahead of you either. I mean, it's either or. I don't think it matters.
I just read it and it said goes in initiative on your turn after you go is what it says.
Okay.
So I'm going to well, I guess I want to. Oh, I guess well. Can you pass the turn to me so that I can go? I can't pass.
Yeah.
So you also don't have that extension installed either. Okay.
I have all the extensions you gave me. So if you have that skip thing, it doesn't have the effect to skip on him.
No, but there's a thing. There's an extension that allows a player who owns a thing to pass the turn of an NPC.
Oh, okay.
And
maybe not that
that's
then.
not turned on for some reason. Okay. So I'm going
Also,
to. Huh?
I was gonna say a lot of times when we play with our players with pets, use like 7.1, 7.2, and it puts them in the proper orders.
Yeah, that's what we should do. So this infused crossbow fury, is that a thing I have that just has no ammo? It just works?
Yes. When you give something infused ammo, it's like shooting magic fake ammo.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot a magic fake thing at this guy.
I want a magic fake bow.
All right, 5. That's not very good. I guess that's all I can do. And then Chad, I can use a bonus action to tell him to take a turn, right?
I do not remember.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. He can move. Okay. So here, let me go read that again. I just bear with me, everybody, just for a second.
Take as long as you want,
in
please.
combat, the defender shares your initiative count, but takes its turn immediately after your 7.1. It can move and use its reaction on its own, but the only action it takes on its turn is the dodge action, unless you take a bonus action on your turn to command it to take another action, which I will do. That action can be done on its stat block or some other action. Okay, so he is moving, and his movement is 40, so he's going to move, right? And then my bonus action is to tell him to make his attack. So he will do his... Force Empowered Rend. Nice. That sucked. Now
Just a regular miss.
Okay. I don't like it. Oh, you're gonna have to put. Oh, so Chad's is 16.1. You're gonna have to change it every round, I guess.
Boo.
Or we can, if you had the skip thing, you could just put skip on him.
Again, I looked for that. I don't know how.
Oh,
is it a status effect?
Yeah, you just put an effect on him that says skip turn, all caps.
Like that?
Yes. Now my thing says duration 1. It shouldn't be that, but
I didn't put a duration.
okay,
I just put skip turn.
Yeah, it sometimes players see that and it's not true. Okay.
Okay.
So that should work. Yeah. All right, have it kill two dogs. Do it.
I don't think I can kill both of them, but I might be able to really piss off one of them.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, so I'm going to turn into an animal bigger than them, and I'm going to turn into a brown bear.
Nice. Brown bear.
I'm just centering myself in the square.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And then I'm going to attack Direwolf number 4 for being a bad dog.
Watch him fumble again and turn into another wolf.
Hello. Another fumble. Why did you have disadvantage?
Yeah, why did you have
because
you forgot to stand up.
Yep.
You forgot to stand up.
I don't care, I still hit him.
Yeah, it's fine.
It got lost in the change. Hold
You're
on.
still prone, by the way.
Yeah, I'm taking it off now. Okay. And their damage for the first attack would be a claw attack. All right, so that one's smashed, and then I'm going to bite him with my second attack.
Boo.
Oh, that one misses. Okay.
Ah.
And then I'm going to howl at them. Roar!
That's okay.
I'm not
said
doing
howl instead of roar, but okay.
Howl, roar, howl.
Yeah,
Two
because
different
bears
things,
howl, everybody. All right.
Nope.
I'm going to once again use my artificer special thing like I do. Okay? And then Chad will
try to attack again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh God. I should have done more wolves. I don't know why I didn't think of doing more wolves.
Yay! I'm assuming a direwolf is a CR3. Is that right?
No.
1.
Oh, so random. Oh, so my bad.
It said random monster singular.
Random. Well, but the rule on the random monster is that it is a CR value equal to the party value. So it should have been.
Oh.
So yeah, you should have put 3 of them out there, or
You can have 2 more show up if you want.
You can just have 2 more show up at full strength.
I could. Maybe I will. Do y'all want that?
Yeah, we're doing good. Has anybody even been injured?
No.
I got hit, but it didn't hurt.
So, But you don't have damage. Oh, because you changed into a wolf or a bear. That's right. All right, so that's my turn. So yeah, Fury, if you want, I would put 2 more out there.
Okay.
So it would have originally been 3, right? Even though 4 is because we rolled a fumble.
Yes, right. Well, I rolled a fumble, but yes.
Yeah, these 2 show up after finish eating that screaming villager. Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's
Perfect.
right. And I don't know if you guys gave yourself inspiration at the beginning, but everybody should have 1 inspiration, by the way. Just don't forget.
I'm feeling inspired.
Oh, how long does your Bardic Inspiration thing last?
That's 10 minutes.
No, that's gone then.
Yeah, so that's...
Oh, no, you did it in the bar, right?
Yeah, but that's probably been more than 10
Yeah,
minutes.
it's fine.
He
it's
did
fine.
it.
It's fine.
That was at the beginning of the game when we
Yeah,
were
that
at
was-
that other location, yeah.
Yeah, that was when we were walking. Never mind.
Gowrin, yeah, anyways.
Well, until these other wolves show up, there's nothing to do, right?
There is a wolf alive in front of Havoc.
Oh. Oh yeah, I thought it was dead. I'll shoot it with a bow. That's what I'll do. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it, see? Yeah.
You're targeting the dead one?
He is targeting the dead one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 is the one in front of me.
Here, I'll delete the one that's not,
I like
there
it.
we go.
Some DMs want to leave the dead guys
All
on
right,
the map.
so that's going to be -2 because you're going through a Havoc. Unless you want to move.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
So did it roll on the table?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it did. Okay. We just don't see it, I guess.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to... I don't like that, but okay.
Oh, it's because you have GM rolls hidden. That's why we don't see it. That's right.
I will fix that. I don't like it.
It looks good.
Unconscious. Well, you're going to kill it anyway with your damage. That won't matter because it's going to be dead. Hey, that's your personal best. Ooh, the stats are on. The combat stat thing is in. Oh, look at that.
Fancy.
Fancy. I have 2 hits. But I've got no kills. I've got no... Oh, yes, I do. Oh, this is from...
Okay,
the
after
stats
that...
restarted from this campaign, but it still has our old from the last campaign, because it shows that Water killed a skeleton, and Havoc killed a hellhound. Galrin killed a giant spider. Nice. But I think the stats reset to the... Oh, no, I'm sorry, they didn't reset. That's just today's, blue is today, black is all time. It's so sweet. It's so sweet.
And you are prone Havoc.
And how did you put those direwolves on the combat tracker? Did you drag the other one, or did you drag it from the monster manual?
I dragged from the monster manual into the combat tracker, and then to the combat tracker onto the map.
Yeah, okay, so they have their full hit points or whatever. Yeah,
yep.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, Havoc. All right, so okay, it did skip his turn. Okay, so number 2 comes down. They're all sad because somebody killed their friend.
Skip turn. Look at that shit.
Oh my gosh, I'm still learning all the different buttons of how to do all this stuff. I don't like it. It's confusing. I should say that. It's confusing.
Oof.
Oh no.
Oof. Bear.
And you're already prone, so I don't need to prone you twice. Galrin, you're up.
Da, 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 da.
Alright, I'm gonna do some stuff.
I'm gonna do some stuff.
Please do. Please do.
I'm gonna move up there. Get a better
Mhm.
angle.
Move in a box, dude.
How about
Thank
that?
you.
Who in a box, dude?
Well, he wasn't in a box. It drives me crazy, and I hate it.
Me too. I can't stand
We learned that from you.
it. Yeah, probably.
Then I'm gonna shoot it with a bow.
You have hit.
That's what he said.
Damage.
And then I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna do bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
You give combat inspiration to Havoc.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't know what it does, but I like it.
You got a D6 to play with.
Oh, and you can use it on your attack roll if you like. Sweet.
All right.
I might not make it to them though. They both go before me. Can I play dead?
On your turn.
I might be dead on my turn.
Maybe.
One hit point in bear form.
Right, you're in bear form. You're perfectly fine. Perfectly fine in
This is
bear
going to
form.
be a fumble and a miss and a fumble and a miss. Or it's going to go D-shift.
You're still prone, right? So it doesn't matter. I don't need to add more prone to you. All right, so I'm just going to move you.
So we're now triple prone.
He is so prone, we don't even know anymore. Water, save him.
All right, I'm going to 100 use my inspiration on this shot for advantage. And I will be shooting my magic arrow, fucking whatever the fuck it is, at this guy. What the fuck? How come I can't target him? Okay, I see. All right, here we go. You gotta be shitting me. All right, and then as a bonus action, the Chad will attempt. Chad is going to use his inspiration. I'm just kidding. All right, that's a hit.
Chad hits. He's great. He's wonderful.
And he'll do some damage.
Actual damage. Good.
All right. Well, that wasn't as good as I hoped.
Havoc, save yourself.
Turn back into a bear.
I could do that.
Don't forget you're triple prone.
Don't forget to stand up.
Yes, I'm going to stand. I'm thinking.
Sorry.
He's triple prone. That gives you triple hit points.
Yeah, I guess I will turn back into a bear, but first I will stand up. Can I rage?
You're not a barbarian.
I think I'm not.
I mean, you can rage in
Against the dying
silence.
of the light, yeah.
You can roar.
I can't tell you how you can feel, but you can feel rage if you want.
I feel a little bit of rage.
Put you back there. And that's a bonus action for you because you're Circle of the Moon?
Yes. So
Okay.
I can still attack.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start with number 6.
Okay.
Now I'm targeted.
Damn it. But okay, go
Don't
ahead.
forget, you can use your D6.
Is that for damage too?
No, it's attack rolls, ability checks, saving throws.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, that one hit, so I'm going to do the damage on that one, and the second one I'll add it.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And then a bite on that one. And I'll add the D6, so hold on, let me roll that.
Oh, whopping one, nice.
I'll take it.
Um,
Nope, I think I screwed it up.
What was the
What-
D6 for?
yeah, what was the D6 for?
That was Mark's D6. I rolled
Combat
it,
inspiration.
and then I add it to the modifier, so when I roll a D20, it'll just automatically add it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's a hit.
Dying.
And the puppy is dead.
That puppy is as big as a bear.
Puppy is dead.
And I'm going to kind of shake him, his lifeless body, while I'm looking at the other one.
A bit unnecessary, but okay. You get past your turn.
Yes, now I'll pass my turn.
Galerin, it's you again.
We're gonna move up there, so that I'm not like shooting at anybody.
At the
Moving
bear.
on up
You can shoot the bear. It's fine.
to the north side.
This is
Okay,
not
I'm gonna
okay.
use that bow.
Not in the sky. Oh, wait, I'm moving. No.
Wah, 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 wah.
So
We
did not
finally
need to be
got
worried about a
a
Galerin.
decent-
Okay, cool.
Of the
Not done. Not done. So then I'm gonna
Throw some more Bardic Inspiration somebody's way.
exactly. Oh, I never took it off, so.
How many
use
Bardic
it again.
Inspirations do you have?
Probably 2 or 3.
That's a fair question.
Because I feel like you've used them up already.
Well, he's only used it twice,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
Hey, it might be her first time DMing, but you can't pull one. You can't put one past her. You're not gonna get away with it.
They haven't had a short rest yet. I'm like,
No, it's a cantrip.
right. But you only have so many times to do Bardic
Didn't you
Inspiration,
hydrate? Here you go, Sven.
right?
Doesn't actually say anything about that, to be honest.
Bards have a limit on their Bardic Inspiration per short rest.
Yeah.
Combat and
There should be a counter if you have the effect on your sheet.
I do. There's no counter.
So Stooner,
Might want to reread that. And they're saying that your mic is super quiet, and so is
Right,
Galerin. Am I quiet?
well,
No.
I was told earlier when the stream started that my voice was low, and I turned it up. Now, does anybody else in the stream report our voices being low, or does Stooner need to boost his volume?
Boost your volume.
Because my mic is turned up pretty high. Like, my mic is all the way up to the red, as opposed to the rest of the sounds are at the green. So, would anyone else watching the show please report if my voice is low or not? If so, I'll turn it up more, but it's going to blow it out.
So I'm not seeing a once per day, once per long rest kind of thing in this description at all.
So, Combat Inspiration is a form of Bardic Inspiration, so you should look at the Bardic Inspiration as well.
Yeah, so the combat inspiration, they have to have the Bardic Inspiration on them already.
Can I turn up the volume on my mic? Is that a thing? Can I turn this up more, or I don't know how to work this.
Which mic do you have, Rob?
I've got the Blue Yeti.
So there's a gain on it. If you turn the gain up, it's the single button in the front.
Well, I've got I've got a button on the side and then 2 buttons on the other side. But I see I see the one.
One of them is the game. Yeah, if you turn that up, but go slow because you jump and it amplifies your pickup a lot.
So I'm assuming that up is clockwise. Let's find out. Oh, it's maxed. It's already maxed.
Well, that's weird. That's bad for you.
Unless it's turned all the way down. Let's see. So if I turn this down, no, I think. Wait a minute. There we go. Okay, now there we go.
Yeah, you got real loud.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Well, you only have 1 Bardic Inspiration, according to this thing, because it's limited to your Charisma modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I sound okay in the stream, but you guys probably have me a little louder. You can turn me down in Discord if I'm too loud for you.
We will.
All right, I'm actually going to back that down a little bit and see if... Turn it. Okay.
Damn it, I missed. I mean, the wolf missed. So sad.
It's not you. All right, Bad Wolf. So we're going to attack him. All right, you took that Bardic Inspiration thing off of me. Cool.
Do I get a turn? What's up? I'm always last. My inspiration, or I mean my dex is -1.
Oh, a crit.
Nice.
Did I get anything
Oh,
cool?
hold on.
If it splits into 2 again, I'm not hitting anything for the rest of this game.
Was that a crit or a fumble? Oh, that was its
fumble.
Its fumble turned it into 2 thing. Thanks, Stooner, thanks for working with me on that. Thank you, sir. Vexing Anguish. Oh, this is gonna be good.
You know this one already?
No, but it's something about him bleeding out or something.
You gain advantage for all attacks versus the target, and the target has disadvantage for all of the remainder of the encounter.
Nice, but
No.
hopefully it'll be dead now. All right, let me do damage.
No, nobody's touched it yet. Well, now they have. Jesus.
That's your new personal best.
And I'm going to bite it, so this should have advantage, right? Or do I have to actually click it?
Well,
I think you need to click it. Yeah, his effects don't.
As the DM, she should put an effect on you and on the Direwolf.
I'm lazy. So add your advantage.
Okay.
That's why I made the effects.
Another
About to
crit.
die.
Nice.
Now what happens to it? I'm the alpha here.
You're going to get evasion? Yeah. Nice.
Okay, end this encounter. Okay, end this torture for me. This is horrible.
Nope, still alive.
God, she's so weak. I'm just kidding.
All right. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, I'm going to shoot my magic. Shoot that poison arrow through his heart. And that's a hit.
Oh, God.
And it's dead.
Well done.
Hey, well
Congratulations.
done. That's the deadliest thing you've put down in your adventuring career. Direwolf 12.
Oh my God, I don't remember if this is by milestone or by XP. I think we did this by XP.
Yes.
We did.
Oh, Havoc does all of a sudden. He's like, yes.
Well, I need some experience.
Do you guys have your XP set up already?
It's already on our character sheets. All you have to do is put the encounter in the party sheet and then award it. And the encounter might already be in the party sheet.
Well, this is a random one, right?
One of Diablo Bob's extensions puts it in there automatically. I don't know if you have that on or not. Oh,
because
no, because you made this encounter, right?
Yeah,
Right,
that's what I was
yeah,
about to
So
say.
what you have to do is you have to create an encounter with 4 direwolves and then put it in there.
It was only 3.
3, yeah. what you said.
Sorry, 3. Well, no, we get credit for the
No,
It's
because it was
good now.
split.
boo.
The hash. It's fine. So how do I do that?
So go to encounters. And then I think you'll have a green plus. You can create one.
Mm-hmm.
And then drag a direwolf into it. And then change it from 1 to 3, and then push the little refresh button for the hit points and everything. And then once you have that, drag that into the encounters on the party sheet, and then award it.
Just anywhere on the party sheet, or
No,
where?
on the party sheet you should have an XP tab or a we don't have it. Players don't have it.
Oh, okay.
But you have a XP tab or one of those that shows where it should be very obvious when you see it.
And just anywhere on that tab?
on the left.
On the left, yeah. Because right, I think, is quests.
It is.
And then once it's in there, you should see a little circle with no check mark in it, and then you click award, and it'll give us the XP and mark it as awarded.
So I need to unclick all the other ones, though, right?
No, if they've
No.
already been clicked, that means those points have been awarded and won't get re-awarded. So those are fine.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
Okay, awesome,
Boom.
lovely.
Sweet.
I've got 645 experience left until level 4.
Me too.
Is that what yours said, Havoc?
Yay.
We should all be the same, I think.
Yes, all the same. Everybody's the same.
All right. Good times. We killed it, and we killed it, and then we killed it. And also the other one, so we killed them all.
Yep. All right. What do you want to do with the dead bodies?
World of Warcraft, hack them up and make leather slides out of them.
Sure, go for it.
I don't know. Shoot
I'm going to
that
need to see
poison
some
arrow through
skill
the-
rolls. Do y'all have the regular knife for skinning? Nobody? Anybody?
Nobody has anything. We're not specially equipped.
Y'all
No.
have time to equip yourself,
Yeah, but that's not what I equip myself with.
obviously. So, what would you like to do now? The encounter is over.
Did we?
There
Going
is
fast?
bloodied wolves. There are people have vacated the streets. There might be a few lingering from the crowd, peeking through windows, peeking through doors, peeking behind a bush.
I want to turn to the most crowded area and look for adulation. Did people cheer us for killing the wolves? I'm doing this. I'm the champion.
They're taking a moment to realize that the wolves are dead, and
Yeah,
Big
I'm like,
Bear kind of scares them.
and we did it.
I'm gonna make a rug out of one of them.
And then, I'm gonna, as I'm selfishly looking for crowd adulation, I'm gonna notice that Havoc seems to be wounded a little, so I'm gonna give him a bit of cure wounds. I'm gonna
I can
do
do that too.
a first level cure wounds on him, like that. Boom.
Nice.
That shit. And someone else did it to himself, maybe?
No, I did it.
Oh, you did it. Garland, heal wounds. Nice. Cure wounds.
Galrin.
God damn it. I'm not even DMing anymore and I still can't do it. So Havoc is fully healed. I love it. So do we want to go back to the bar, or were we finished in there? Because we came out because of commotion, right?
Yes. You heard some screaming.
So were we finished in there? Did we get everything we wanted? We ate a meal. We played some songs. We talked to some folks. We maybe didn't get all the information we could, but I don't know. What do you think?
Well, we were getting information on where we could find some people to make boats, and then the screaming started outside.
Okay, so
maybe
let's
we should go back and get that.
Yeah, let's go back and get the boat info.
Okay. You go back inside. People are saying thank you, and then coming up to shaking your hands for keeping such dangerous animals out. They appreciate it greatly. Some others have the amount of people, the group inside has kind of changed a little bit because some have left, some have were hiding inside the bar, and some went to go kind of help clean up any of the mess. So asking about the wood for the, just gonna hide that away. The wood to fix the boat. Let's see.
Got to chop down the forest to get the wood and fix the boat.
How did you know?
Well, it's like one of these worker placement games. We're gonna need to get the steel and the wood and the wheat, and then we gotta feed the cows, and then we gotta chop the cows for the food. I don't know.
Actually, that's kind of exactly what they kind of tell you is like that they need to collect the lumber because they're lacking funds to purchase it themselves, so they need to collect the lumber to actually start repairs on what's left of the ship, which is basically, I guess, the bones of the ship, to speak. This is from what you hear from one of the sailors, inside the bar, telling everybody else, like, yeah, we got to collect some wood, we got to do the repairs ourselves, since we kind of lost some of the cargo and the diplomats, we don't have enough to purchase for the repairs.
So, I say we maybe try to put together a crew, like a wood chopping crew or something. I don't know. Does that sound good?
I mean, the sailor says, yeah, I would appreciate your help into gathering some wood.
How's our druid feel about gathering wood?
I mean, even if you don't want to help assist with the gathering of the wood itself, I mean, we need guys to help, shave planks and nail boards together and, apply pitch to the wood.
You seem
I just have a rule.
You know a lot about making boats.
Well, he's a sailor. He should know a lot about
No,
boat
but
making.
you.
Oh, me? Thank God I watch a lot of TV.
Watch a lot of sailor shows, do you?
I like seamen. Oh, God, you guys.
Well, that was the greatest joke of the night right there. Havoc is hanging his head and shaking.
I couldn't say it with a straight face. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
so...
I'm so sorry.
So, yeah, get the wood.
So, what about these lords, though? The Mansell people? The Manson family?
The Manson family? What the hell just happened?
Like, don't lords, fund, building boats so they can open trade routes? Maybe we can talk to them and they can help provide some funds.
That's a really good idea, actually. Provide funds. Let's do it.
Yeah, so let's ask where that family's estate is in the town, or outside of the town, wherever it is.
Okay. You happen to see Hellas Thawne. She actually appeared shortly after the wolves were dispatched, and she's outside kind of, pulling at one of the tufts of fur. Not trying to skin it, but just pulling out tufts of fur from one of the wolves.
Okay.
I mean, if you wanted to talk to her about going to the manor or not. That's up to you.
I will go talk to her.
Yeah. That sounds like a good idea.
Okay, she looks up to you as you approach with a smile. Say, "Oh, hello, fellow travelers. It is good to see you well."
Hello, Hellas.
Oh, yeah, I need to fix that. Okay, so she says that she was just on her way back when all this broke out, and she can't resist some good fur for her embroidery projects. But she was actually on her way back up to the Morngaze Manor, which she would like to thank you. Not only should she help, pay, give you some money, but also, to offer you some tea.
Oh, tea. We would love some tea. I know how to put my finger like that. Which you have, it's required when you drink tea to do that. If you don't do it, you're
Yeah,
a
pinky
sociopath.
up, obviously.
Yeah.
So did you want to go with her now, or did you want to go with her later?
I say now?
Wait. No, this is so meta. This is so meta because I'm like, maybe we should take a short rest before we go anywhere.
I mean, it is a kind of, late afternoon, early evening. She could give you directions of where to meet her for tomorrow, for y'all can have midday, morning, breakfast, lunch, tea.
A brunch.
Yeah.
Sorry, midday morning. What the hell was I got lost at morning. I didn't know what happened.
Too many confusing meals.
Are you guys think we should get a room for the night and then go meet her in the morning? Is that what you guys think?
Yeah, I'm thinking, let's not rush it. Let's not show up there at the night, especially if these people are wackos. I don't want to spend the night there.
Sounds good.
So can we get a room at this... Was this place we were in a bar or an inn?
It's just a tavern. You would have to find a shelter at a hotel. They have a little hostel.
Let's go find a hotel. Is there a Hyatt or a Hilton?
I saw that movie. I'm not going.
There is a place that you do see some of the sailors going to another residence, and it's sort of like a bed and breakfast, except without the breakfast part. So
yeah, as long as it's not a fucking hostel, I'm down. I'm in.
They have a barn.
A barn?
Druid.
I wouldn't say a barn because there's not exactly farmers here, but there's a stable.
Wait, so what do you turn into an animal and sleep? Is that what you do?
No, I'd probably go sleep in like a bed of hay. More
I
comfortable to be outside.
Yeah, so I say we go to the inn for the night and take our nightly rest because it's pretty much time to quit the game anyway right here.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
So I'll go ahead
Before
and
we
give
break,
the
though, I need to know, who was screaming?
We'll never know.
We're not going to go find out?
Do you want to go find out?
I probably want to make sure the person's not dead, or at least bury their remains. Those two wolves showed up out of nowhere.
We never did determine whether the screaming was animal, human, dwarf. We didn't determine what the screaming was. It could have been the wolves.
Wolves don't really scream; they more howl. And what you did heard was the scream.
Out so that you didn't have to explain it.
No, I don't mind explaining this if you want to go find out.
I'm kind of curious. Yeah, sorry.
All right, no, if we want to do that, we can make that our first order of business next week because it's time to end the game.
Okay, so you want to do this before your long rest, correct?
Well.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always ask in the morning what happened.
I mean,
it's the whole reason we came outside. Somebody was in trouble, and then we never really found that someone.
Well, but there's no accounting for you being a good person and Mark and I not giving a fuck. There's no. But yes, we can try to discover who was screaming. That's fine. I'm down with that.
Okay, so we'll leave that off. I'm going to make a note of that.
All right, very good. You did a great job, by the way.
Y'all didn't die, so
I
guess
that you had more fun than you say you were having. You said I hate this about 60 times.
I did. I also said I was gonna. I also said I was gonna vomit too from all the anxiety.
No, but it was good. It was totally good. All right,
Yeah, that
very
was
good.
fun.
So then we shall see everybody back here next Friday, the 25th.
Okay.
2 days after the day I get really super old. I'm going to be 56.
Is it going to be
my
like a
God.
birthday stream? Should we
No.
bring cake and party hats?
Well, Furied and Remedies and I will be playing Gloomhaven that night, which is a Wednesday. But not a birthday stream, really, no. I'm going to probably do the best I can to ignore that it's happening. But I still am only in my mid-50s because late is 7. 4, 5, and 6 is mid.
I want to play Gloomhaven.
You can
Getting
come,
Rob for like
you can come play with us on Wednesday if you want. We do it at a half hour later than normal, so 6:30 instead of 6. But we only have 3 people in the game, so if you want to come play with us, you absolutely can.
I'd have to learn how to play. I've just seen it.
No, just do what Fury does. Jump in,
Yeah,
and I'll yell at
yeah.
you.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
then-
I don't like getting yelled at though.
Well, what happened? To be fair, what happened was Fury had never played before, and she tried to D&D it, and she tried to do like individual things. It's because it's very cooperative, and if you don't cooperate, you fucking die right away. So she's like, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go there, and I freaked out because that's what you're not supposed to do. But it all worked out. She knows how to play.
Stop splitting the party.
Yeah. But yeah.
I love splitting the party. It's my favorite thing to do.
So
isn't there a song, Don't Split the Party? I've heard rumors about that.
don't split the party. It's a bad idea. I don't know if I know the words. All right. But yeah, Havoc, if you want to drop by Wednesday, just let us know and we'll squeeze you in. No problem.
Yeah, see if I can make it. I don't have anything going on Wednesday other than my other games, but it's video games, so I don't have to be there at a certain time.
Right. All right. I shall talk to you guys later. Thanks, Fury. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
All right, stream. That's how you do it. That's how you do the D's and the other D's. That is 100% how it's done. Did everybody like that? So good. So let's see. I haven't streamed for like 2 months. I got to remember now what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, I know. I tell you guys stuff like... Oh, I know. No. Now I remember. Oh, I got to give you guys end of stream rewards. So everybody that stays, everybody that hangs out till the end gets points in this stream. So let's see if I know how to remember how to do that. Oh my God, I did. I give everybody 100 XP, and as a matter of fact, since this is a first stream back, I'm going to give everybody 500 because you never know what I'm going to do. I'll go crazy. Also, I'm going to let you guys know all streams are back. So Friday night is Unknown Whom 2. Episode 2 will be next week on the 25th, as you see on the slide there. Saturday night, tomorrow night, will be Drake's Game, back with Last Mine of Phandelver, episode 12, tomorrow night. Sunday, we will have Lord Taser on the show, who will be going over all his new complete offensive packages. He's got 3 of them, spells, weapons, and NPCs. And then Gloomhaven is on Wednesdays with Remedies and Fury Fate. So let me also tell you the channel commands are here. And the one I'm looking for is somewhere in here. Boom. Here's all the things you can do to help or be involved with the channel. You can type any of these words in, exclamation point, and then the word. And for example, it'll take you to our Discord server where we have about 2,300 people talking about Fantasy Grounds, D&D, DM's Guild all day and all night, 24/7 worldwide. You can go to my Patreon page and support me there for as little as $1 a month. During the stream, you can cheer bits or subscribe or resub to the stream. And if you do, you'll attack the Bit Boss, which is currently Drake Takes at 43.50. Drake Takes. You can also go to the DM's Guild and purchase items. Sales at DM's Guild have been way down for 2022. Like, it's almost depressingly down. But let's check the sales for today. So in 2020, the average sales per day was $300. In 2021, that dropped to almost half. It's 178 was the average. So far in 2022, the average is 112, so it's just plummeting to the bottom of the depths of hell. So no figuring on why that is actually. But let's take a look at today and see where we are with an hour left in the sales day. We'll check and see. While that is pulling up, I can also tell you you can follow me on, subscribe to YouTube. That's free. Follow me on Twitter or check out the Facebook page. And you never know. I'm always prone on Discord, on Facebook, on Twitter, my Patreon channel. I'm always prone to putting like free coupons or buy one get one or whatever. So you got to follow me on all the socials to make sure. So yeah. So today's sales right now shows $45. So pretty low. I mean, whenever I talk about low sales, I always remind myself that anything above 0 is good, right? Like 0 is what you're not looking for, but if there's an amount, then that's good. But it is kind of disheartening to know what's possible and then see only just a little bit. But nevertheless. All right, guys. Thanks very much. Streams are back. See you tomorrow night. And today was fun. Fury did a great job. And until tomorrow, good gaming, everyone.